Hey, we are live. We are live. Let me adjust my camera. All right. Looking at the line for our game, it went from 7.5 to 10.5. So, okay, there's the first notifications. Everyone should know that I'm going live. Hopefully, we will get someone in here. But yes, we went from 7.5 to 10.5, and there's a reason for that. We will talk about that. Uh, so they think the score is going to be 28-17. It dropped a point. So, it's weird. Okay, if I have one person in here, that's good. All right, first person's in. We'll get started here in a second, guys. I'm just sitting here looking at the depth chart. The new depth chart is out. I got offense, defense. I'm ready to be talking about this. And we'll get some more people in here. Um, everyone can hear me. Oh, three people. Hey, guys, come on in. All right, everybody saw the notification. I'm just sitting here looking at the, hey, what's up, son of a gunner? Hey, what's up? What's up, man? Hey, just sitting here. The line for the Kentucky game went from 7.5 to 10.5. We're going to talk about why, because their coach gave a press conference and he had to say some things that weren't that weren't necessarily positive for their team, and we'll talk about that. And that's why it went from 7.5 back to 10.5. So now it's getting back to where it started out in the beginning. So and it dropped a point for the total point. So it looks like they're saying Kentucky 28-17. I'll take 28-17. I'll take anything. I don't know about you guys. Come on in, guys. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We're sitting here looking at the point spread. Kentucky game has gone from 7.5 to 10.5. So yes, we'll talk about that. Their coach, who's a very good coach, gave a press conference, pre-Kentucky press conference, and he had to say some things that probably made the line move. So yes, I'll take 28-17. I'll take anything. It's like there's so many people that want us to lose. Hey, Christopher Reese, what's up, man? Yes, we're gonna do it right here. Watch party. I guess they call them watch parties. I guess that's what we'll call them. We're gonna do the pregame. It's behind me. Pregame at 11 a.m. or noon if you're not at the game. So we will do our own pregame and we'll do a postgame. And one of my last videos was the three T's to the game. We'll talk about that. And so yeah, how's everybody doing? Got the first depth chart, offense, defense. First came out. See, I'm ready. I come on here prepared, so we can talk about some surprises on the depth chart. Um, so yeah, what's the biggest surprise is Ty Bryant's going to return punts instead of Jamori Macklin. So that's the big news. Ty Bryant played baseball for 4 years in high school and was a good center fielder or whatever. So they thought, well, he can track the ball. They like the way he tracks the ball. So Ty Bryant is going to do punt returns, and Kendrick Law is going to do kickoff returns. So along with Quaysheed Scott, and Stellato's going to do punts with Ty Bryant. So look, guys, we're loaded. Brad White gave a press conference today and said we're going to use all of our people and we're going to wear them down, and that's a good idea because we are loaded. If you look at this depth chart on defense, there's only one freshman who free safety. Jordan Lovett's backup is that Martell's Carter guy. Other than that, everybody else is experienced, and there's backups in every position. So he said we're going to play 22 people. We're going to play 22 people. So he's fast. Okay, well, good. He's a freshman, but yeah, I knew he was like a 4-star. So yeah, I mean, I like the depth chart. My man Cam Olds is third at Jack. I didn't know that Souls moved ahead of him, but it depends on the alignment. They're going to switch between a 3-4 and a 4-3. So we'll see. Cam Olds will still get some playing time, and this will change. But yeah, I think we're set to go for these guys. I think we're ready to play. We got 5 people in here. All right, guys. Well, I was going to wait a little while, but so let's talk about what the Toledo coach said. The Toledo coach recognized that he said their offensive line outweighs my defensive line 50 to 75 pounds per man. Okay. So, Rodriguez, yes, you're right, Christopher. So, Coach Candle for Toledo said we we are outweighed 50 to 75 pounds. So that he said, we're going to have to use our speed. Now, what does that mean on defense? If you got a small defensive unit, you're going to stack the box or you're going to blitz. Now, that plays right into our hands. When we talked about, um, the running back getting, when we talked about Seth McGowan being able to catch the ball out of the backfield, now we can hit that still over the middle, Kendrick Law over the middle. We can throw to the tight end. We can throw to the running back. If you're going to stack the box and blitz, then that's fine. We'll just throw. Now we can hit Harley Gilmore and Jamori Macklin on some nice routes. So they are going to have to stack the box and or blitz or both. And that means we have a huge advantage. And that's why the line, as soon as he gave that press conference, the next day the line went from 7.5 to 10.5. So I think people are starting to realize, hey, we're going to be able to move the ball. Our tailback room is deep. Yes, it is. We got 4 really good ones. But man, I mean, you look at Dante Dowdle and Seth McGowan. Good luck stopping them. And hey, what's up, Don K. Fish? We're just sitting here talking about Toledo, and their coach has realized that our offensive line is huge, and he's going to have to, stack the box and or blitz. King Mondo, what's up, brother? Hope we get enough. We can bring Cutter in for a few drives. I don't know, man. This quarterback's good. He started 40 games. I heard if Candle wins this game, he'll be the winningest coach in Toledo history. I don't know if that's true. I heard that. So yeah, we just need to win the game. This guy is good. This offense is good. I mean, they're going to keep throwing. They're going to keep throwing. So Brad White said we're playing 22. We're playing everybody, and he should. And we got enough backups. If you look at, I mean, I looked how deep our defense is. Man, guys, we got 2 at every position. There's experience. There's speed. You look at cornerbacks, Nichols and Hardaway at one. Then at the other one, you got Waller and this Kivas Thomas from Maryland. I mean, you just go down the line on linebackers and defensive line. We got 8 defensive linemen. So we're going to rotate them in and we're going to wear them down because their offensive line, I mean, they got some big dudes, but I don't think they played together. Tucker Gleason's the guy. And number 2, he has 2 good wide receivers, but number 2, Vandross, those are the guys. I mean, you stop those. Chip Trainum's going to try to run a little bit and run those draw plays. And trying to run out of the shotgun is not an easy thing to do. Christopher Reese, I love all the talking heads on Toledo. Look, man, it's just trying to get people that have a monetized channel trying to get clicks. I saw SEC Unfiltered picked us to lose. I mean, that guy, there's a guy on, I don't know if you guys watch SEC Unfiltered. Yes, guy, kid with his hat on backwards, hadn't shaved, looked like he just rolled out of bed, like he's been playing video games, and says Toledo's going to win because they're got a deeper team than we do. I'm like, are you mentally ill? I think he's just saying that to get clicks. I hope to God he doesn't believe that. I'm not saying that we can't lose this game, but if you think they're deeper than we are, you just don't know football. And but no, we're ready for the game. We're gonna watch it right here. Like I said, 11 a.m. I'm gonna come on and we'll do a little pregame if you guys want to do that. And I know Thursday night is a busy night, so I don't know how many people will get in here, but we'll sit here and talk. I don't know. I don't care how many people we get for the game. We'll just sit here and however many people come in, that's what we'll do. We'll do a little post game. So if you look behind me, if you watch, I'm sure you guys watched my video, the 3 T's to the game: tackling, turnovers, time of possession. Tackling, these dudes are going to run the air raid, so they're going to catch the ball out in space and try and break tackles. And they have a couple good wide receivers that can do that. So we have to tackle well. We can't give Tucker Gleason, their quarterback, the ball. We can't have a lot of turnovers. That's how they got Mississippi State and Pitt. And time of possession. Like I said, our offensive line is so much bigger than their defensive line, 50 to 75 pounds. We just need to hold the ball and just run it, and we will. And if they stack the box, you're going to see Zach Calzada do his thing. There's going to be a lot of play action passes where we're going to look like we're running, and he's going to be able to hit some people downfield because they're just not big enough. They're fast and they have a good secondary, but that's not going to help you against somebody that big. Good luck trying to cover all of our guys. So, yeah, the line went Don K. Yes, Don K. Fish. We're going to win this game easily. Well, the line went from 7.5 to 10.5, and they dropped the point total. So I don't. They think it's going to be 28-17. They dropped it from 48 and a half to 47 and a half. You don't normally see that right before a game that they drop a point. So they think that our defense is gonna. They're only getting them. I think they're giving them 17 and a half points. So they don't think that they're going to be able to score a lot of points on us. And look, guys, we as long as we don't do the three T's there, tackle, don't turn the ball over, win the time of possession. They're not going to be able to stop our when your offensive line outweighs them by 50, 75 pounds. I mean, good God. I mean, they're forced to blitz or they're forced to put everybody in the box, and that gives our wide receivers, and our quarterback a chance to do something. All he's got to do is get about 200 yards. That's all we need to do. You know, People are saying he's a game manager. Of course, he's a game manager. I mean, that's not a negative term, game manager. So I don't know what SEC podcast you listen. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. So no, looking forward, and then we'll go to the next game. But let's get this first one out of the way because this quarterback is probably going to play in the NFL. So let's just do our thing and run our offense and stop them because they are going to throw, and run and draws because you cannot run out of the shotgun as we learned with our air raid. You get on the goal line, you can't be 5 or 6 yards behind the quarterback or that far off the line of scrimmage and expect to score from the 1 or 2 yard line. Tucker Gleason does a quarterback sneak and a quarterback draw a lot on short yardage situations. So look for him to do a draw. And I'm sure Brad White saw all that because I saw that. I'm not even a coach. So it's the Tucker Gleason show. You shut him down, you shut them down. So that's what we should do. 50 pounds per player. Yeah, 50 to 75. That's what their coach said. Yeah, I knew when I looked at their depth chart, I'm like, man, they've got defensive linemen that weigh 270, 280. We got guys that weigh 340, and you think you're going to block that guy? No. So when he says we have to use our speed, he means we're going to blitz and we're going to stack the box. And yeah, he's going to have to because you're not going to stop our run game with him. Somebody outweighs you by lining up in a 4-3 base defense. That's not going to work. So Don K. Fish, I think we're going to run all over them. Yeah, and play action passing is part of the Boise State offense, and that's Bush Hamden. That's what I've been saying all summer, guys. Is we're gonna looking at the playbook. I actually looked at the playbook, and a lot of play fakes, a lot of one back sets. So I hope McGowan gets out and I think McGowan's going to slide out and get some passes. I want to see him catch some passes. I really do. I think that would add a lot to our offense if you get the running back catching passes out of the backfield. Then now you got tight ends, wide receivers. Our quarterback can run. I don't know, guys. Let's just see how much Calzada runs because he can run a quarterback's draw just as well as Gleason can because he's a big dude. So I just think, look, 28-17 is what Vegas has this game, us winning. I'll take that. I don't know, I got 8 people. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We're talking about Toledo game. If you got here late, the score, we went from a 7.5 point favorite to a 10.5 point favorite. And the point total actually dropped, which that's very weird. So we're picked to win this game 28-17. So we'll see. And yeah, we should, like I said, guys, if as long as we don't make mistakes, if we just don't tackle anybody and turn the ball over, yeah, we can lose this game. No playing two quarterbacks. Nah, no, no, not playing two quarterbacks. And we just can't afford to do that. And what I said in my video is because I think it's because Cutter Bowley's not, I don't know how much he's worked on play action pass and play fake. You know how hard it is to do a play fake, right? I mean, there are people in the NFL that made a living doing that. If you're an old guy like me, Steve DeBerg, there was this guy named Steve DeBerg that started ahead of Joe Montana in San Francisco. He stuck around till he was like in his 40s because he could do a fake. And yeah, the play action passing there's a lot of technique to that. And I just think Bowley needs a little more time on that. I could be wrong. Everyone on KSR had us winning 4 or 5 games. Yeah, everyone on KSR don't know what they're talking about. I mean, look, we're going to win 6. I mean, that's the safe prediction is 4 or 5. But yeah, look at Auburn. Auburn plays Baylor tomorrow. Everybody go watch. If Auburn loses to Baylor, people are going to start jumping ship, guys. They're going to start getting on the phone like our players, Barry and Brown, got on the phone about the third or fourth game of the season. No offense, Dane Key probably got on the phone. So if Auburn loses their first couple games, they're going to check out, and we can get them. And if Flagway gets hurt for Florida, we can get them. And Tennessee, we don't know about them. There's a lot of unknowns out there. Yeah, you can say 5 games, but I'm saying 6. King Mondo, do you think Dante Dowdle can get his first 1,000-yard season? No, no, probably not. Well, no, probably not. I don't think so because I think he's going to split time with McGowan. I think McGowan will, when we get on the goal, I think he'll score the most touchdowns, but he's really a short yardage guy. Uh, I don't know if they'll feature him. I think they're going to feature McGowan more than him. So it'll be hard for either one of them. If they get 800 yards apiece, that'd be fine with me. 700, 800 yards apiece. I see 7 or 8. You see 7 or 8 wins. Don K. Fish. Well, yeah. I mean, we could get to 7. It's doable. Yeah. Okay. So if you watch KSR, let me make sure I get. So KSR, they talked about this. Somebody ranked the talent on the rosters. We have the 27th most talented roster. Now, the problem is 13 teams in SEC ahead of us are ahead of us, but we have the 27th most talented roster. And so they said if we were in the Big 12, we'd be the second best team. If we're in the ACC, we'd be a third or fourth best team. They went down the line. If we're in the Big 10, we'd be the eighth or ninth. So yeah, we're just in the hardest league, but we do have talent. And yeah, look at the power rankings. The talent's going to show out on our team. Can we execute our offense? Can we not turn the ball? We can run our stuff if we play well. Yep, that'll move us up. Yeah. Uh, look, some of the writers pick Toledo because it's good. It's good for the MAC and it's good talking points. It gets people talking about the game. So I understand why they picked Toledo. We got 12 people, 14 people in here. Wow. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Come on in. We will do the game right here. I got a little promo video shorts coming out tomorrow night. We will watch the game. The pregame will start at 11 a.m. noon Eastern right here. So we'll come on about 45 minutes early. We'll stay after and do a postgame show if you guys want to do that. AFIO is here. What's up, AFIO? So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna a watch party. I guess that's what everyone calls this. So we'll do our own watch party, and I'll put that out. Wait, anymore. One more day. Yes. Yeah, we need to get this going. It's been so long. Tonight, Nebraska plays Dane Key. But tomorrow, if Auburn loses to Baylor, guys, Hugh Freeze is in trouble. And yes, and hopefully they'll quit just like we did. Don K. Fish, Kentucky's going to prove a lot to people. I think so. Well, I mean, just playing hard will prove a lot, winning 6, 7 games, because they picked us to win 3 and no SEC games. Come on, man. I mean, you look at the numbers don't even say that. So how you could look at the power rankings and say that I don't know. So now playing Georgia and Texas. Do you guys see what I put out? Texas is our homecoming game. That's how ballsy we are. We didn't put Vanderbilt. We put Texas as our homecoming game. I like that. That's right. Look, we just need to line up with anybody. And you're going to see how we're going to see how well our offensive line is and our defense. I'm really, and when I looked at the depth chart of our defense and I got offense, see, I'm prepared when I come on here. We watch the game numbers. I don't know everybody's number, but man, on defense, we're really loaded on defense. And Brad White says we're going to play. Everybody's going to play. We're going to play. Yeah, 22 people. Good. Play 22 people. Don K. Fish might mess around and keep it close with Texas. Look, Texas, we were close. Uh, we cannot. Here's what Brad White said. Breaking news. We have to stop the run. Who told you that over the summer? Me, because I looked at the numbers. Man, Texas had 250 yards rushing. Florida, 260 yards rushing. We cannot give up. Texas on their last touchdown drive never threw the ball. They just ran. So yeah, we have got to stop the run. That is the key. Tackling, stopping the run. We have to. Christopher Reese, McGowan, we playing with something to prove. Yes, he is. I like him. I like him. He's a great. I think he changed. I think he made a mistake, and when he was at Oklahoma, did some stupid stuff like we all do when we're young. And I think he realized, hey, I was wrong, and I really like his attitude. That guy can flat out play. Good luck trying to tackle that guy. If you watch my video on him, I did highlights a month or so ago. But Seth McGowan, he can run over some people, and so can Dowdell. So they are going to have to load the box. and or blitz or both because they are not. They've already the coaches already said we basically are outmanned 50 to 75 pounds. That's when the line went from 7.5 to 10.5. When the coach of the other team goes, we're in trouble, which he's right. But look, they can score a lot of points, so we can't sit here and say, oh, we're just going to run. They can score. Their quarterback is good, so we got to stop them too, and we don't need to get in a scoring match with them. AFO. D line, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, excuse me, eight deep on defensive line. Brad White said all eight people will play on Saturday. So yeah, I mean, you look at I mean, Gerard Smith is a backup. Josiah Hayes is a backup. Gadsden is a backup. Jack linebacker. We got Sam Green, Steven Souls, Camos. Depends on if we're in a 3-4 or a 4-3. Against this, we probably will play. I don't know. We'll probably play a little bit of both. I'm thinking against the air raid you might as well, other than running the draw, you're not going to run out of the shotgun. You're not going to have a legitimate running game. For all of us that are older, we know that because we're the ones who brought the air raid to college football. So yeah, we know that it's tough to run out of that. So yeah, their backs are going to go out for passes. That's what they're going to do. They're going to spread the field, and we have to tackle. That's why you see behind me tackling is the first thing on the three T's to the game because they're going to spread the field out and they're going to play playground ball just like we used to do. And look, you can't miss tackles. So that will be the key. Hey, King Mondo, Texas will only be the only game this season. I'll be 50-50. Well, uh, I mean, look, we should look. We should win six. I think 6 or 7 games is very doable. We don't need to get blown out. We just need to play hard. If we play hard, we can hang with anybody. We can hang with Georgia. We can hang with Texas. We hung with Texas for the first half. It's just we, our offense couldn't do anything. Whereas this year, like I said, guys, if I'm right, you're not going to recognize the offense. You'll be like, what are we running here? So Calzada's been very quiet, which he should be. And like I said, he's for all of you that are new, that just came in. We're talking about Calzada. This offense has a lot of play action passing. I think that's why Cutter Bowley's not going to be in there because it's a technique play action passing. You fake the ball to running back, you pull it back real quick. It's like magic trick. Who has the ball? And by the time they figure out, oh, it's not the running back, Calzada's already thrown down the field. So we're going to be doing a lot of misdirection runs. So the runs are not always just power, they're misdirection. Hopefully, McGowan will get out of the backfield and catch some balls. That's what I'd like to see. I don't know about you guys, but yes, we are a 10.5 point favorite. Don K. Fish says it's a bridge gap. Yes, for Bowley, it's a gap year for Bowley so he can learn the offense. He's learning the offense. Next year, he'll be able to just step right in. He'll be a starting quarterback. He'll know he'll sit there and watch the offense because we did not run this offense last year because we couldn't, because we didn't have the players. All right, there's 17 people. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We will do the game on Saturday right here. If you the pregame, we're going to start at 11 a.m. noon Eastern. We're going to do our own little 45-minute pregame, and then we'll do a postgame show after the game. We'll watch the game. We'll do a watch party. Of course, we can't show the game, but we'll be chatting during the game. I'll be doing a little verbal play-by-play for you, and you'll be about 10 seconds ahead of me anyway. So that's usually the way it is when you do a watch party. You're ahead of the person that's broadcasting, so you'll see stuff before I will. But yes, all right. Who's ready for some football? I mean, it's going to be a tough game. This will not be easy. Atheotician or ritual? No, no, no. I don't have a ritual. Not. I used to do that stuff back when Matt Jones and John Calipari first got here. We're gonna do this, wear that. No, I don't have any ritual. I'm gonna get off shift, a 24-hour shift, come home, caffeinate up, and put these headphones on, and we're gonna go. That's my ritual. Drink some coffee, eat a little breakfast, and I'm gonna talk for 5 or 6 hours. This ought to be good. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. The disrespect, Donkey Fish. Well, yeah, there's disrespect all over, brother. Ain't nobody respect. Look, nobody cares about us. Okay, so I had to turn on my TV today. I was checking. I got my stuff set up, my scoreboard. So I turned on my TV, and Feinbaum was on. So I was positioning my TV, looking at lighting, and I'm listening. They don't even talk about Kentucky. They don't talk about Arkansas. They don't talk about Mississippi State. To them, there's only 18, about 7 or 8 teams. They had Hugh Freeze talking about Hugh Freeze on there. how great he was and he needs to win. I'm like, man, shut up. I'll be here for Saturday. Oh, well, good. Come on in, King Mondo. Hey, whoever comes, we'll do a watch party right here. So, like I said, be here at 11 a.m., noon Eastern, and we will talk about the game. And we're gonna, I'll sit up, I'll stand up, I'll sit down, I'll walk around this little room. I got my scoreboard ready back there. I was working on that, and I got my TV ready, and you know, we're gonna have fun with it. So yes, but no, guys, I really like our team. Like I said, we have the 27th most talented roster. Matt Jones was talking about that. As far as talent, they graded the talent on each roster. Now the problem was that was 13 of the other SC teams were ahead of us. So yeah, but we are good. We haven't heard much about Hester. Now, where's Hester at here? Which receiver is he there? We got X, Y, and F. F is a slot receiver. See, I'm learning this too. Hester is second X receiver, which is a boundary receiver. He's behind Gilmore. Okay, so Hester's one, and then DJ Miller is behind Hester. So the X receiver is Gilmore, Hester, Miller. Y receiver, Macklin, Ferrier, Cameron Miller. F receiver, which is a slot, is Kendrick Law, Troy Stellato, Quisenberry. So, man, you're looking at 8 really good wide receivers. We will throw over the middle. If they blitz, we can do a slant right over the middle. Stellato they were practicing that all summer long. That slant over the middle. Stellato was doing it. Stellato, everybody was doing it because if they blitz or they put everybody in the box, we're gonna do that. So I hope to see our receivers. Yeah, Gilmore, Don K. Fish. Yeah, he's our best deep route receiver. He won the starting job because he was not the starter at the beginning of summer, but he is now. So look for tight end. Yes, tight end action. We talked about that. Now that we have Boyer who can block, the other tight end, whether it be Rodriguez, and it's going to be Rodriguez because Stoops already gave that away. Rodriguez is going to be the pass catching tight end. It's pretty much what Mark Stoops said. And Caddis will also. You got Boyer blocking. I mean, we'll see 2 tight ends, maybe 3 tight ends. It's like I said, the tight ends line up as a wide receiver sometimes. So Rodriguez can line up and as a receiver if we needs to. AFO Hester, to Devin Hester. No, I don't think so. No, I like Devin Hester back in the day. Don K. Fish, I want to beat Louisville. Well, that's the last game, brother. Let's get the first 11 out of the way, and then we'll worry about Louisville when we get to them. But they got a good coach, Jeff Fromm. The quarterback is good. I just put out. Nobody's watched my Louisville videos. That's all right. I did all, some guy was asking me, why are you previewing all 12 teams? Because I want to learn who we're going to play before the season starts. So I did. Miller Moss is Louisville's quarterback, a USC transfer. He has an arm on him. He's good. So yeah, we let's before we get to Louisville. Yeah, let's beat some Auburns and some Floridas and maybe Tennessees or something. I mean, we're going to get somebody we're not supposed to get, just like we did last year. I don't know who Georgia, Texas, somebody we're going to get. Maybe Ole Miss again. We'll see. We'll get through this first game and then we'll get to Ole Miss. So, all right, we got 20 people in here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Come on in. If you're from another school, shout it out. Any Toledo fans in here, welcome. We take everybody, Tennessee fans, Louisville fans, as long as you're respectful. We will talk to anybody. Roger Baker, what's up, Roger? Do you think this our secondary can cover their receivers in the open field? Well, yes, but the question, Roger, is behind me. Tackling. Covering them is one thing. Tackling them will be another. Yes, they have 2 good receivers, but one really good receiver. Vandross, number 2. You will see him. He's 5'10, but he runs a 4.4. It's kind of like Kendrick Law, except he can run routes, and you got to tackle that guy. So yes, they're going to have their running backs go out in a pattern, and they will put everybody out there and do the air raid. So yes, you have to tackle. So I hope so. I think we can. Brad White seems to think we can, and he said we're playing all 20. We'll play all 22 people on defense. All the backups will play, and he wants fresh people in there, and I don't blame him. AFO, hypothetically, if we started 4-0, would I be surprised? Look, man, no, right now with the season, I want to see what we got. Nothing surprises me right now. Going to Georgia and winning would kind of surprise me. Or no, we wouldn't. That's before Georgia. No, it wouldn't surprise me because South Carolina doesn't have a defense, and Ole Miss has a bunch of new players and a new quarterback. So you know what? We could get the first 4 games. Man, if we get the first 4 games, I'm gonna come on here and rip every other podcast, fine bomber. Yeah, I'm gonna get kicked off of here because I'm gonna call your ass out. Some dumbass on SEC Unfiltered, some kid with his hat on backwards, just tatted up, hadn't shaved, got on there and talked about. Yeah, he might have been doing it for clicks. How Toledo was deeper team than we were, and I'm like, dude, just go back to playing video games and get the hell off of YouTube because you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. But these channels are monetized, so he may have been doing it just to get people to click on there or comment. Because surely to God, look, I'm not saying we can't lose to Toledo, but to say we're not, they have more depth than we do, dude, you're out of your mind. Hey, there's Randy. What's up, Randy? I saw you on with your brother. I came in there. That was your brother, right, Randy? Randy's here from How About the Muffin Dogs podcast. Randy, somebody was talking about starting 4-0, and then what would that make the Georgia game? Well, listen, if we were to start 4-0, I would the Georgia game would be a house money as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's Joe. Hey, man, you guys did a good job. I didn't get in on what you're talking about. You were going over the roster and stuff, but you guys do a really good job. Everybody doesn't know Randy. How about the F and Dogs podcast? He's in here. He has a really good podcast. If you want to know SEC stuff or Georgia stuff, go to How About Them F and Dogs, Randy's podcast, and give him a like and a subscribe because he knows what he's talking about. And we're talking about Toledo, Randy. The line went from 7.5 to 10.5 because their coach came out and said our defensive line is outweighed by 50 to 75 pounds by Kentucky's offensive line, and we're basically going to have to blitz and stack the box. And the line went from 7.5 to 10.5. So I think he realizes that, I'm not saying he just realizes that he's at a disadvantage, and the line went back to where it should be, about 10.5. So we'll see. Randy, they're saying we're going to win 28-17. I'll take it, whatever. I don't care if we win by one, but no, Toledo's good. That guy started, 40 games. Tucker Gleason, and I both think, yeah. I mean, look, we should be able. I mean, you outweigh 50 or 75 pounds, and your coach just said we're going to have to either blitz or stack the box. Okay, well, that's telling you right there you're in trouble. And of course, I already knew that because I looked at at how much their defensive tackles weighed. And I'm like, man, their defensive tackles weigh 280, and he's going to get somebody that's 340. Okay, good luck with that. But no, we should be able, as long as I got the 3 T's to the game, not the 3 keys: tackling, turnovers, time of possession. We got to tackle these guys because they play the air raid. They're going to spread it out. They're going to running backs out of the backfield. They're going to throw to everybody they can. Tucker Gleason's going to run. If nobody's open, he will run. So, yes, we have to tackle, and we have to not give him the ball because he's going to be playing in the NFL. And if you give him a chance to beat you, he will beat you. So, time of possession, just, we got a much bigger offensive line. Let's just, our tight end weighs more than a couple of their defensive tackles. So, we got to just do our thing. Uh, Tackling fuel. Yes, AFO, tackling fuel. And that means we're going to be able to get slants over the middle. And that means that Zach Calzada can do his thing. He doesn't have to be a hero and just play fake. A lot of play action passing in this offense that we are going to run. This is the time to use it. When someone says, hey, we're going to blitz you and we're going to stack the box, that's when you say, you know what, we're going to play fake and we're going to throw the running back and we're going to throw the tight end check downs. That's what Bush Hamden told Zach Calzada, and Mark Stoops talked about that. Don't try to be a hero. Hit the check down. So they're telling Calzada, hey, man, look, air it out if you can, but yeah, I think you're going to see us just run a basic offense. AFO, does Calzada or Gleason have more play? No, Calzada. Well, let's see. Well, probably about the same because Gleason has started 40 games and Zach Calzada has started 30. So, yeah, Gleason probably has him by a few games. Oh, Calzada, I don't know. If he started 40, how could he start 40? Uh, 12 games. Well, if this is his third year, that'd be 36. I don't know. They've both been playing a long time. I know this. One of them's going to the NFL and one of them's not. Tucker Gleason's going to the NFL. Calzada's not. So let's look. They got the edge at quarterback. It just is what it is because he can run and he knows how to run this offense. They've seen every defense. We can't throw anything at them that they haven't Gleason that he hadn't seen. So Brad White did acknowledge that. So yeah, you got an experienced guy, Christopher Reese, set at Auburn. Yeah, Calzada set at Auburn. Yeah, because he was hurt. He hurt his shoulder in at Texas A&M, and M, and they found out after he went to Auburn. Oh yeah, your shoulder's hurt. Uh, yes, before Incarnate Word. Yes. Calzada, look, he's experienced. He's a big dude. He's 24 years old. He's going to turn 25 before the season ends. Look, nothing should scare him. I mean, you play at Texas A&M, you beat Alabama, you beat Nick Saban. He's not going to be intimidated. You're going to have to back him off. Not, you know, you don't worry about him being ready. You just, they basically are telling him work within the offense, and I agree. They're telling him hit your check downs. Let's just run the clock and keep them off the field. I think that's smart. Well, all right, we got 17 people. I'm Thomas, Kentucky Football Nation. We're going to do a watch party right here. Pre-game starts at 11 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. The game comes on at 11:45 a.m. Central, 12:45 Eastern. But come on in here about 45 minutes early, and after the game, we'll do a little post-game show. So we're going to do a pre-game, a watch party, and a post-game. I will be talking a lot, so I'll probably talk a lot quieter, and then we'll just have a chat running during the game. Don K. Fish, yeah, he threw for 30. One thing that really irks me about these people that say Calzada is a bad quarterback. Last year, he threw for 3,700 yards, 35 touchdowns, and he completed 65% of his passes. How is that bad? I was thinking, well, damn, if he had a good year, what would he have threw for 5,000 yards? I mean, people just don't look at stats. Don K. Fish, he could be better than he ever has been. Yeah. Zach Calzada, remember the Boise State offense is 200 yards rushing, 200 yards passing, 400 yards. That's the goal of that offense. So it's a balanced offense. We're going to run the ball. We're going to throw the short passes, tight end, and we're going to run the clock. We're going to go on 7 or 8 minute drives and kick a field goal. And that's fine with me as long as we win. Uh, but yeah, tackling behind me, tackling, turnovers, time of possession. Of course, time of possession is the run game. So yeah, they've already said what they're going to do: blitz and or stack the box, because they don't have a choice because they're too little. Their secondary is good, but we're not going to. I don't care how good their secondary is, dude. You go up against a guy that's 340, good luck. Uh, the offense was built for balance. Yes, the Boise State offense. When I started looking at their playbook, I really thought I knew football till I started this channel, and I'll be at 6 months. September 3rd will be my 6th month. Once I really started looking at their the playbook and our players in depth and who the backups were, then I really started learning about football. I thought, okay, I really didn't know as much as I thought I knew. But of course, like I said, when I come on here, I'll have the offense, the defense. I have our depth chart right here, so I'll be ready with numbers, and so we'll try to figure out who's doing what when we're in there. AFIO with Stoops, portal quarterback issues the past 2 years. Yes. Yeah, this is not Leary. Yeah, it's not that way because that was Liam Cohen's offense the last 2 years. He wanted to run a pro style offense, and he wanted Leary, and he wanted that NFL quarterback, and we're just not going to do that. Mark Stoops changed direction. I thought that was smart. Bush Hamdan, came in, and now they got the quarterback they want to run this offense, which, like I said, is a lot of one back sets, a lot of misdirection runnings, a lot of tight end lines up everywhere. Dustin Cross, can't wait to the game. Drive from Georgia to Kroger Field, man. You're gonna drive from Georgia to Kroger Field? That's pretty good, brother. All right. Well, look, man, check in on us on your phone if you can during the game and tell us what's going on. We got 19 people in here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're from another school, Toledo, Louisville, Tennessee, we'll take anybody. Shout your school out, Big Ten. Uh, if Auburn loses tomorrow, you will start to see now. Paul Feinbaum and them. Like I said, guys, I was checking my TV today, checking the lighting in here. I turned on Feinbaum. They were just kissing Hugh Freeze's ass. I mean, they got the damn SEC network has their head so far up Alabama and Auburn's ass. They probably, I don't know, can friggin' know what's going on in Birmingham. Uh, Look, if he loses, he loses, and I don't care. But they did not mention us or Arkansas, or so don't worry about that. Ole Miss is not getting There's only about 8 schools they talk about on the SEC network, and the other 8 schools, they don't really give a damn. A Missouri fan called in. Why aren't you talking about us? Well, I wanted to say, dude, because your name is Missouri. That's why they're not talking about you. Dustin, can wait to the, oh, what'd you say? I go to 3 games a year. Okay, wow. All right, 3 games from Georgia. That's pretty good. We'll pick 3 good ones. Go to the Texas is homecoming. Guys, we picked Texas as our homecoming game. Forget Vanderbilt. We just jumped up, and I think it takes balls to say, you know what? We're Texas is homecoming, by God. Number 1 team. That's right. You know what? I'm glad we did that. Christopher Reese been going as well, Dustin. I'm good. Well, if you guys are at the game, get on your phone and say hello. Like I said, the line for the Kentucky Toledo game went from 7.5 to 10.5. Okay, real quick, and the point total dropped from 48.5 to 47.5, which is weird. We're predicted to win 28-17, which is fine with me. But I just find it funny that the line dropped to 7.5, which I hope you bet it. When I talked to you guys on Sunday, and I told you, if you're betting, bet that 7.5, because now it's back up to 10.5, and it may move up to 11.5. Once their coach gave a press conference and said, we're in trouble on defense, we're going to have to blitz or stack the box. That's when the line went back up, and I figured, oh, well, okay. Dustin, yes, sir. Turn to the show. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, man, tune in. I think the line moved tonight. It's 10.5 on FanDuel, but yeah, it moved 10.5 on FanDuel. Depends on where you go. But no, look, guys, as long as we do the 3 things behind me, we tackle, because they are going to look. They're talking about running the ball. They're not running the ball. It's going to be where Chip Trainum and them go out for a pass. They're going to spread the field and get their 2 good receivers involved. And they've got new tight ends. They'll try to get that tight end running down the seam. He'll just run out. And if he's open, he'll just sit down, turn around, catch the ball. But they have new tight ends who are not experienced, where last year they had a stellar tight end. They do not have that this year. So I'm glad. And look, they're going to score. So we're not going to shut them out. Don't get scared if it's 14-7 and all this crap. Look, we just need to run our offense and wear their ass down. And so, yeah, Brad White said we're playing everybody. If you look, we've been talking about the depth chart. If you look at our defensive depth chart over here, there's every everybody. There's two players that can go on the field in every position. I don't care if it's cornerback, safety, nickel, will linebacker, Jack linebacker, defensive nose guard, defensive tackle. We have 2 guys, 2 really good guys at every position. They were smart to get the people we got. We did not go after the Dane Keys and Barian Browns. We went after depth, and that was smart. So that's why we got 30 new players. Um, all right, 16 people. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Hey, welcome. Like I said, we're going to do a watch party. Our pregame starts at 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. Meet me right in here, and we're going to start talking about the game. And when it comes on, we'll do a watch party, and we'll have an interactive chat. And then when the game is over, we'll do a post game following the show. So yeah, I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna get off of a 24-hour shift, and I'm gonna caffeinate myself up and get in here and talk for 5 or 6 hours. But that's okay. I can do that. And nobody else wants to do it. No other channels. Then okay, that's fine. I'll do it. No problem. I will do it and enjoy it. We'll do some basketball also. So guys, this is football first, but we will do basketball. Christopher Reese. Damn, that's dedication. Yeah, yeah, I just hope it isn't a busy 24-hour shift for everybody. I'm a firefighter. I don't think it'll be bit. I'm going to knock on wood. Please don't let me have to stay up all night. I don't think it will be. Randy, woohoo, that's dedication time. Well, thank you, Randy. You inspired me, Randy, because like you said, nobody else wants to do. Nobody else wants to do it. I think there might be one other person that does it. I forgot the name of the podcast. What a big loyal, big blue BBN loyal podcast. I think they might do it, but we're going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to be on here for 5 or 6 hours, and we're going to do it. AFIO, how much you're able to sleep on your shift? Well, okay. I work at an airport, so most of our runs are medical runs and/or other runs other than, thank God. Every once in a while, we'll have an aircraft emergency, but I get to sleep. My sleep is kind of cut in half. I'm in charge. I will stay up till about 1 a.m. I'll get a little nap in the afternoon. I'll stay up to 1 a.m. Then the next supervisor gets up, and then yeah, I let him do the 1 to 8. So yeah, I'll get 2 hours here, 5 hours there, maybe if nothing happens, 4 hours. So six usually. I'll get 6 hours. So I should be good to go. Yeah. Uh, so I will just do it. Uh, so yeah, we will do the game right here. I appreciate the 11 likes. Look, if you're not subscribed, guys, you're watching this, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 500. I'm at 426, 427. Think 426, and I appreciate all 426. Please just subscribe, and once we get to 500, I'll get to do a lot more. I cannot believe we have been going 45 minutes. Looking at the clock, man, it just seems like we just started. Uh, I was looking at Dane Key plays at Nebraska tonight. They're on. Are they on right now? I'm trying to see if Nebraska is on. Let's see, Boise State. That game ended. I don't know if Boise State won. Nebraska's down 3-0 to Cincinnati. So Dane Key's a captain at Nebraska, which let him go to Nebraska. I don't care if you. So they're down already 3-0. So the Fighting Dane Keys turncoat. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah, look, he wants to play in a pro style offense. We cannot do that. I think that's what we learned the last couple of years. Not going to work. Randy, oh, Boise. Yeah, did they? Wow, USFS crushed Boise. Okay, well, I didn't bet on it. Never bet on the first week is what I learned. Don't do it, man. Randy, who you got between Baylor and Auburn? Man, if Baylor wins that game, I was watching Five Bomb today, Randy. They are just kissing his ass. If Freeze loses his first game to Baylor, they are gonna freak out. Sitting there golfing all summer, not recruiting. We both took Auburn. Well, I don't know how good Baylor is. You probably know more than I do. I don't, but Auburn. We'll see. They better win. They better win. It's like us. We can't lose and they can't lose. Overall talent on the roster. Yeah. But you know what? I don't know, man. Hugh Freeze is one of those guys that his teams seem to find a way to lose. They like to turn the ball over. So we'll see. They better win that game, though. Man, there's a lot of pressure on him. Christopher Reese, I think I got Baylor in that one. Well, somebody who put last week, we were talking on the first week Saturday. We're talking last Saturday. Somebody lost on a one of you guys was had a parlay and you had Hawaii. Hawaii lost to Stanford. So yeah, you see, you can't bet. Stanford was a pretty big. I mean, they were at least a touchdown favorite and they lost. So yeah, don't bet the first weekend. Randy, I'm certainly not so. No, Jackson Arnold. Okay, Randy, I did a video on Jackson Arnold and a guy. I said he can run and he can throw a 15-yard pass. And some Auburn guy got on there and said he can throw more than 15 yards. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, then send me the link to the film and he averaged 5 yards per pass last year. So I don't think he was throwing a bunch of long ones. He only threw 12 touchdowns for Oklahoma in 12 games. So I'm not a Jackson Arnold fan at all. So yeah, I don't, he doesn't impress me, or he'd still be at Oklahoma. AFIO, been there. Oh, at Cobb 73, been there. Okay, well, yeah, um, that's one of the not impressive quarterbacks to me in the whole SEC. He's overrated, is what he is. Ronald Floyd. Hey, Ronald, how you doing? I don't know if you've been here before. Dave Miranda for Baylor is really good coach. Yeah, he is a good coach. So I hope they look, man. They ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Everybody loves Hugh Freeze, and Paul Feinbaum just loves him some Hugh Freeze. All those SEC guys, Josh Pate loves them. He's great. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if he's great. If he has another losing season, he's gonna be great somewhere else. He already left Ole Miss and didn't do. I mean, he did okay at Ole Miss, but okay is not good for Auburn. So we shall see. All right, we got a room full of people. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Welcome if you're in here. If you're from another school, shout it out. We take all fans. Tennessee, Louisville. If there's any Toledo fans, we had some MAC fans in here last Saturday. This will not be an easy game. The line went from 7.5 to 10.5, so it is moving in the right direction. Although, Randy, if you're still here, the line moved from 7.5 to 10.5, but the total points went down. So from 48.5 to 47.5. You don't normally see that. I don't know if you guys that bet. You don't normally see the line drop like that. So they think it's going to be like a 28-17 game. So we'll see. I don't know about that. I think 31-21 something. I think Toledo can get 21 on us, but we shall see. Um, no, guys, just right here. We got to win this game. This is the best team in the MAC. But listen, Randy, if you're in here, we picked Texas as our homecoming game. Randy, can you believe that? Yeah, we just jumped up and said, you know what? We're not taking Vanderbilt as homecoming. No, we're taking Texas as homecoming. That's right. We don't need no Vanderbilts. Oh man, I couldn't believe that they were talking about that on KSR. That's our homecoming game, Texas. I thought, man, that's some. You're either really ballsy or really stupid, AVO. Seth McGowan on Earl Campbell Award watch list. Yes, I saw that. Seth McGowan. Yes, and Calzada's on the John Unitas list. I don't bet. Could speak to the confidence of Toledo overall. Kentucky may win by 14, 17 more. Yeah, I think Randy. I think you're about right. That's about a good. The spread started out at 12. Yeah, I mean, look, we're not going to blow them out. They can score. Okay, that quarterback is going to play in the NFL. They can score. Yeah, we're not gonna try to blow them out. I don't think we should get in a big high scoring game. We're going to just do our run the ball. So, yeah, I think we're going to get them 34-21, 31-21, 34-24, something like that. We'll get them by 10 or so. I think that line's about right. 33-16. Well, okay, that'd be a good one. Christopher says by a ton. Well, I don't know, Don K. Fish. I wish we beat if we beat anybody by a ton. Look, people just got us winning 3 games, and Mark Stoops is already should be cleaning out his desk. I mean, so we'll just see about that. Let's just see. I don't think he's going to be cleaning out his desk. If I had to bet money on it, Cobb 31-10. Brother, if we hold them to 10 points, that would be stellar. But our defense, let me tell you what, we're going to find out how good our defensive line is. Because you can't really blitz this guy. I think we'll probably play a 4-3. I mean, we might be in a 3-4, but we're going to see how good Gusta, Humphrey Grace, if we paid good money for those guys, how good they are. AFL, I'm betting. I'm not a betting man, but would take the first game spread. Yeah, I took it at 7.5 on Saturday. When it dropped to 7.5, I bet pretty good amount, not a lot of money, but for me, a lot of money because I knew 7.5. Christopher Reese, they have Stoops running through the airport. Like Gillespie, yes, they do. Cobb, we snagged 2 interceptions. Boy, let me tell you what, we do not need to turn the ball over. If you look behind me, the 3 T's to winning the game, not keys: tackling, turnovers, time of possession. We cannot turn the ball over. This guy's hard to intercept, though. I will say that, Cobb. This dude's good. I mean, he runs this. I mean, he's seen every kind of defense. Brian White was talking about that. You can't trick this guy. He's going to do a lot of check downs. They're talking about chip train him running, but it's going to be chip train him catching a screen or catch a ball out of backfield because they're going to do check downs and try to break him. That's what they do. They throw 10, 15-yard passes and try to break one. They don't throw the bomb. So we'll see. Like I said, tackling is the key to the game. That's a healthy bet. This quarterback will be running for his life. Well, you know what? The problem is, Don K. Fish, is this guy's a good running quarterback. I mean, he is good. I think he ran for 800 yards. Did I? I can't remember if that was him or somebody else. He can run. He knows when to run. He's not super fast, but he knows where to run and when to run. And so, yeah, he does the quarterback draw on the goal line or in short yardage. He will spread everybody out and he'll run up the middle. So I know that Brad White saw that on film because I saw it. Kentucky's could dominate. Yeah, we could dominate. That's what their coach is worried about. That's why the line went back up when he did his pre-Kentucky press conference, and he said, "Listen, they outweigh us on the defensive line, the offensive line, 50 to 75 pounds a man," which I already knew that because I told you guys that if you've been watching me. We outweigh them. He's like, "We're going to have to use our speed," which is code for we're going to have to blitz or stack the box. So that means Calzada can now do his thing. We'll hit some slants over the middle. We'll get Seth McGowan on a wheel route, and we'll hit the tight ends. Gilmore can get deep. So yeah, if they start blitzing and stacking the box, that plays right into our hand. And even if you stack the box, you're outweighed by about 50 or 75 pounds. I mean, you're still in trouble, Don K. Fish. Fish won't have to make he won't have time to make plays against us. I mean, this guy's good, man. He doesn't get sacked. He either gets rid of the ball or runs. So it's hard to sack this guy, Tucker Gleason. Like I said, guys, this be one of the tougher quarterbacks we face all year. I know that sounds, but he's good. He's going to probably good play in the NFL. I don't know. Playing in a shotgun, and you don't play under center. That gives you a little bit of disadvantage, as Tim Couch found out in the NFL. You got to play under center. But no, this guy's good, and this coach is good. But look, we just need to play our game. If we play our game and they play their game, and we don't turn the ball over and we tackle, and we should win. Don K. Fish, we're in the SEC. Yeah, right. At the end of the day, yeah. I mean, look, if we can't beat them, how the hell are we going to beat Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and the rest of Auburn, and on and on and on, even Louisville. Uh, we got bigger. Yeah, they just play a style that we don't see a lot. The air raid. You don't see people running the air raid much anymore, but they do, and they do it well. So I wonder if their coach has any ties to Hal Mummy. I don't know, but he plays the air raid pretty much like we played it back in the day. I noticed. So it's not easy to defend if you miss tackles. So hopefully we won't do that. So I'm sure our guys are going to be ready to go. And like I said, they got two really good receivers, but number two, Mr. Vandross, little dude, but man, he's fast and he can catch and he can get behind you. And yeah, so I'm sure we will double him to show out. Mark Stoops proves some. Yeah, Mark Stoops, look, man, we got 19 people in here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We will do the game, have a watch party right here. The pregame starts at 11 a.m., noon Eastern on Saturday, right here. We're going to talk about it before the game. We're going to watch the game, have a chat running, and then after the game, we'll do a post game. So I'm going to be talking for a long time on Saturday. But no, we should win this game. I mean, look, we should just they can't stop the run. And if they load the box to stop the run, we're going to have receivers open. So Calzada can run. I mean, people aren't talking about that. That guy runs. Well, our guy runs. So our guy can do a quarterback draw also. So for those of you that are just got in here, I know that Bush Handon told Calzada, hey, man, hit your check downs. Don't worry about trying to wing the ball deep, which he can. I think he's going to run the offense the way it's designed. RIP to Mike Leach. Yep. He was a good and Art Mike Leach. They stopped talking about Mississippi State as soon as he passed away. The Feinbaum channel went, no more Mississippi State. No more Mississippi State. Yeah, he was a good dude, Mike Leach. But yeah, we were good at the air raid. Uh, yes, he's a better runner. Yes, Calzada, our quarterback, can run. Yes, he can. He is a better runner. He's a big dude. I mean, that dude's big. He's 24 years old. I mean, just put your head down. I think we'll see him run a few times. I don't know. I don't know how many design runs we'll have. We'll see. Of course, we didn't have that the last couple of years because the quarterback was running backwards instead of forward. Now, if we get a quarterback running forward, we'll see what he can do. I'm interested to see. Uh, hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, and you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 500. I'm getting close. I'm on 427. I could use some likes and some subscribes. Definitely subscribe. And look, we're going to watch 11 of the 12 games. I'm almost certain that's my plan. I only worked the South Carolina game. All the rest of the time, I moved my schedule around. So we'll do Ole Miss next week. Then we'll do Eastern Michigan. Then we have a bye week, and then, or yeah, I think we have a bye week, or either after South Carolina. No, I think we have a bye week after the third game. Then we get South Carolina, Georgia, whoever else, Texas. Yeah, we got Georgia and Texas back to back. We will do the games right here. So yes, um, Don K. Fish. I don't think we are average team this year. No, I mean we'll see the schedule. I really think 7-5, 8-4. There's a lot of people that said 8-4. You know, um, 7-5 is doable. 6-6, 7-5 is doable. It just is. I mean, look, 5 games. It's definitely doable, but we'll see. We're going to find out. We're going to find out how good we are. We're going to find out all those players we paid for. We're going to find out if all that experience pays off. I think that it will. Think experience, Randy. I'm working on the Marshall game. Oh, that's who you play Saturday. Long day on the grass. Go Dogs. Yeah, I don't know how good Marshall is. Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't look at their where they're at in the power rankings, but you're kind of like us with Toledo. Just beat them. Yeah, you guys haven't lost a home game, and you're not going to lose to Marshall. If we had Don K. Fish, if we had Mizzou's schedule, yeah, Mizzou does not play Georgia. They do not play Texas, but you know what? We don't have their schedule. We got. I ain't gonna say screwed, but man, having that schedule 2 years in a row where you play Georgia, Texas, Tennessee back to back to back, and in Florida, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't nice. Now the pods are coming out next year, so we'll get our three assigned teams and our pod. Georgia will probably be one of them, and then we'll rotate the other 12 teams 6 and 6. So Tennessee's probably not going to be in our pod, so we'll play them every other year. We'll play everybody. Everybody will rotate. Dogs have won 31 straight at home. Yeah, I knew it was a lot. They're not going to lose to Marshall. Tennessee, Florida, Carolina, Auburn loss. Toss ups. Oh yeah, there's toss up games. Yeah, we don't know. Lagway's having issues to staying healthy. We don't know about Tennessee. Tennessee's going to have a good defense though, and of course their coach is he's a stellar coach. I mean, we'll see. Florida, Auburn. That's the team where if they lose to Baylor and they start people start quitting on the team, like happened to us. People just quit. Then we'll have a chance against them because yeah, their coach will be packing his bags because he's going to know after the first couple games whether or not he has a job. Probably. Cobb. About time for the dogs to lose at home. Yeah, I mean, well, statistically, they got to lose sometime. We could have got them last year, but no, we punted the ball. I still will never. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen Mark Stoops do is punt the ball on the 50-yard line against Georgia with 4 minutes left. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You know, I don't know. But no, I think we had our chance against Georgia and we just blew it. I don't know that we can go down there unless they just give us the game. All good things must come to an end. Randy's right. Yeah, it's going to happen one day. If you just give us the ball over and over, maybe. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you'd have to if they lose at home, they're going to have to make mistakes to lose. Kirby Smart doesn't make a lot of mistakes. His teams don't make a lot of mistakes, I have noticed, which is why they have national championships. So yes, Kirby Smart. There's not a better coach in SEC than him. There just isn't. Uh, yeah. So they got the best coach. So hey man, you got the best coach who can recruit. It's like us in basketball. You're always gonna have a chance to win. You might not win every year, but you're gonna have a chance to win. Don K. Fish, Kentucky should be able to compete. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I want to see. When we play Georgia and Texas, do we stay in the game? Do we just get blown out or do we stay in the game and stay within 10 points? I mean, 2 touchdowns. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how our style of play works against the teams we're going to play because we want low scoring 24-20. We do not need to get into any shootouts. We're not set up to play that way. I guess we could, but I don't think we had the receivers to do that. So just, run this offense that we're trying to run and see if we can do it. Randy, yeah, it's about the matchups. Yeah, it's like Toledo. You don't want to get in we're not trying to beat them 42-35 or no, we're trying to beat them 28-17 like the Vegas line says. Yeah, we're trying to win 28-17, 31-21, whatever. We're not trying to get in a a big high scoring game with anybody because we just didn't design which is smartly so. You don't have to do that. We do have a decent defense, Randy. I think our defense, Randy, is better than what I thought it was going to be. So I really like our defense, and we had depth at our defense because our first depth chart came out. See, I come on here ready. I don't come on here and just say stuff, and then I try to do a little homework before I come on here. AFO Mark Stoops' goal has been to beat Georgia. Well, uh, if it was, he sure as the hell messed it up last year because he had a chance to maybe beat Georgia, but he didn't. You got to finish these games. If we would have won that game, maybe our team wouldn't have quit. You never know. But we didn't. We did a quick hot seat segment. Randy Gaines really has Stoops as being in trouble. No, no, not this year. I think his buyout's so high. Not this year. Now, if we have a bad year this year, one of our guys, Nick Roush, said this could be the year before the year. I hope not. But yeah, not this year. They're not going to fire him. They ain't gonna fire him in the middle of the season, no matter what our record is. Now they may work something out, but let's hope. I'm optimistic that we're playing the correct style of football for us, and that's what he does. So look, if you're gonna go down doing your thing, which is defense and running. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers of the college football. Okay, guys, look at the pros. Pittsburgh. That coach has been there a long time. What does he do? He runs the ball. And then, yeah, he throws some. They have a crappy quarterback, but he keeps winning games. He just wins ugly. We have to win ugly. It don't have to be pretty. Let's just win, even if it's ugly. So, yeah, we're the Mike Tomlins of the college football world. Donkey Fish, a lot of unknowns. Yes. Yeah, nobody knows anything right now. People automatically count Kentucky out, do their history. Yeah, Donkey Fish. Yeah, I mean, I get it. But I mean, don't if you're going to count us out, come up with a good reason. Don't just get on there. SEC Unfiltered Randy. I was dogging them out. They might have been trying to get clicks. They had some guy on there with his hat on backwards, tatted up, looked like he just rolled out of bed, not shaved, saying that Toledo had a deeper team than we did. And I'm like, dude, are you go back to playing video games? Are you smoking something? I mean, I'm not saying we're great, but they don't have a deeper team than we do. What's the score of that Nebraska game? One of our players went to Nebraska. Missouri is up 40 to nothing on Central Arkansas. Nebraska is tied with Cincinnati in the second quarter. So Dane Key wanted to go to Nebraska. So Missouri is going to be 1 0 by beating Central Arkansas. So there you go. Did not know that. And that's about the only game. Wisconsin's barely beaten Miami of Ohio. Wow. Wisconsin. I don't know what quarter that's in. That can't be the fourth quarter. No, 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 it's not the fourth quarter. It's the second quarter. Oh, Wisconsin 3-0 in the second quarter. Okay, they're struggling. So see, there's a lot of teams struggling. Don't bet on the first week or two of football till you see. Nobody knows anything. So you saw that guy on. I think he might have been doing. Surely he was doing that to get clicks, or he was sipping on some CBD oil. I think he was huffing it or something. Because look, don't just come on there and you know. Surely to God, he's trying to get clicks. Yeah, yeah. So look, we know where we are. We know who we are. Come on. Uh, just just play our game. Just do our thing. Let's see. Anything is this football. Anything can happen. So uh, KSR, they talked a little bit about football. They did pick it up this week with football. They picked it up a little. So Nick Roush did a live today, and it was okay with Tyler Thompson, and I forgot the other guy's name. I mean, it's okay, but they don't, you know, not the. I like Tyler Thompson, but there's only so much you can talk about right now, guys. We're gonna find out Saturday. We're gonna know Saturday night. What kind of team do we? We'll know a little glimpse of what kind of team we have. Uh, KSR ranks Kentucky, yeah, with their predictions. Yeah, I mean, look, Drew Franklin, those guys, they don't know football. They admit it. Drew Franklin's usually, if I was going to bet money, I'd listen to him. But yeah, he said he upped his, he thought we were going to do 3 or 4 games and he went up to 5 or 6 games. So look, I'm 6. We can get 6, guys. We can get 6. Uh, Yes, AFL says, can Calzada be mobile? Yes, he was mobile at Incarnate Word. He's actually pretty fast. He's him and Tucker Gleason. They're just they know when to run and they know where to run. They're not the fastest, but they're good sized guys and they will run over a defensive back. So yeah, Calzada is a big dude for a quarterback, and yeah, he's going to run. Yep, like I said, I wonder how many design quarterback draws will run. I mean, we'll have to see, but I think we'll have some design runs for him. So we'll see. All right, if you're in here, guys, I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, guys, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We will do a watch party right here on Saturday. We're going to have the game right here doing a chat thread. So we will do the post game show at 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. So 45 minutes before the game, come in here, and then we'll stay on after the game and talk about, no matter what happens, good, bad, or indifferent. We'll talk about it after the game. So stay in here with me, and I'll be talking to whoever's in here. However many people there are, I will be talking to you. So we have gone an hour and 10 minutes. Wow. Okay, guys. Like I said, if you're just joining me, AFIO, looking forward to it. Oh, thank you, AFIO. Toledo's coach, Coach Candle's a very, very good coach, came out and said that his defense knows they're at a disadvantage because their defensive line, our offensive line outweighs their defensive line on average 50 to 75 pounds per player. And he realizes that he's going to have to blitz or stack the box, which means we are going to have a huge advantage on offense. And we need to take advantage of that by using play fakes. Now we're going to throw to McGowan out of the backfield. Now we're going to throw the tight end, Rodriguez. Now we're going to throw, we should be able to throw the ball if they load the box, slant over the middle. You saw that in spring and summer. Stellato was doing that over the middle. Well, if they blitz, and they pretty much said they're going to have to, that's when the line went up. I noticed after he gave a press conference. So yeah, we need to take advantage of what we have. We have more advantages than they do, but we just need to execute. Right behind me, three T's, tackle, because they're going to spread the field and they're going to throw to everybody they can throw to, running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. Don't turn the ball over, because if you keep giving them the ball, Toledo the ball, they will keep scoring. So yeah, and when the time of possession, Dante Fish, he rushed for 5 touchdowns, 332 yards last year on 100. So he rushed 105 times in 12 games. So that's 8 times a game. Yeah, and some of them were on the goal line, a quarterback sneak for a third down, or on the goal line for a touchdown, because I did notice that. So he will run. Thanks for looking that up. AFIO, isn't their secondary specifically? Yes, free safety. Yeah, one of their defensive backs is an NFL prospect, which is fine. Come up and try and tackle somebody, buddy. Get on the line. Yeah, blitz and try to let Boyer get in front of you, and we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, no, they have a very good secondary, but it doesn't really help them playing against us. It's strange, yeah. Playing against another SEC team who runs a pro style offense, that would help you, but we're not going to do that. Yeah, so just come on up to the line of scrimmage and see who you can get hit by. But yeah, they do have a good secondary. But yeah, look, they lowered the points lowered in this game. It's gone from 48.5 to 47.5. So they're thinking it's going to be 28-17 Kentucky, and I will take that. I will take anything. I'll take 28-24. I don't care what it is. Anything, 1 point win. We will take it. But we need it. All right, guys, we're going to go a little bit longer. Why not? Hey, it's Thursday night. Might as well talk a little bit. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, I really like our depth chart. I'm offense, defense. So when I come on here, I know a little bit. Our offensive line, man, 2 freshmen are going to be backups. Will Slager's backup is Darren Stray, and they were going to redshirt him. He's a freshman, big, tall kid. He doesn't weigh that much. And then Jay Clark is Jalen Farmer's backup. I don't know who Jay Clark is. And then, of course, Jagger Burton and Wibberley are centers. Joshua Braun and Selm, redshirt freshman. Don't know who that is. And then Pete's backup is Malachi Wood. So we have 8 solid, and then, 2 or 3 freshmen. So, wow, we'll see how that goes. And we are loaded at receiver and, of course, running back, and, of course, 2 good quarterbacks. Uh, if you see Bowley, something went wrong. Yeah, I mean, something went way wrong, because Calzada is going to run this offense. That's what they brought him in for. Tight ends, we'll see. I mean, we got 4: Caddis, Boyer, Elijah Brown, and Rodriguez. And Skinner, we got 5. So there's a Y tight end and an H tight end. Bet you didn't know that. I don't know which side of the formation that is, but Y tight ends are Caddis, Boyer, and Elijah Brown. Those are blockers. And H tight end, which lines up as the receiver a lot of times, is Rodriguez and Skinner. but we'll throw their tight ends. We'll have two tight end sets. There's a three tight end set. So yeah, you're going to see tight ends. This is a tight end friendly offense if it's ran like it was at Boise State. And so, yes, um, Bush Hamden. A lot of people don't realize this. Bush Hamden had Ashton Genty, who got picked by the Raiders, one of the first running backs. Well, he had him 2 years ago. So, yeah, he did help put somebody in the NFL. So he knows how to do the running game. So be confident in Bush Hamden. Don't get tired of people dogging out Bush. They don't even, well, first of all, people like the dumbass on SEC Unfiltered doesn't even know who Bush Hamden is. So I'm not worried about him. But yeah, Bush Hamden, be confident. Let's just see before we start firing everybody and getting our next coach in here, John Summerall. Let's just wait a damn minute, John Summerall. Maybe you can go to Auburn and let's just try and keep Mark Stoops because I think we're rebuilding, guys. I really thought about this today. The NFL, they have a bad year and then they just rebuild. We're just rebuilding. That's all we're doing. We're rebuilding the team. Happens to everybody, especially in the pros. So we shall see. Any chance Ahmad Hardy transfers here from Missouri if we have a good year? Maybe. I mean, you never know. If we give him money, I don't know who the market will determine. I know he's a good player, so I mean he could. Uh, I mean, look, if you're a running back and our offensive lineman or a tight end and you want to go to the NFL, you might want to come and play in our offense because there's a lot more running in the NFL than what you think. I was listening to someone say the Eagles lost the first Super Bowl a year or two ago. They lost I think they lost to Kansas City or someone, and then they're like, "Hey, we need to run the ball." They get Saquon Barkley, and then they run the ball, and that's how they won the Super Bowl. And they said it, running the ball. Somebody had a stat: the last five Super Bowl winners have ran the ball. They were in the top 10 in rushing in the league. So rushing still will always work in football. Okay, anytime you line up and run the ball at someone, it still works. Ask the Steelers. Yeah, we are the Pittsburgh Steelers of the college football world because we are just going to run the ball and play small ball, and that's fine. Win ugly. All right, guys, I'm going to go about. I'll go 10 or 15 more minutes. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm stoked for the game. Like I said, be here at 11 a.m. and we're gonna watch it together. It's like I said, I'm not gonna panic if they jump up on us because I know they're good, but we should be able to wear their ass down. By the time we get to the second half, we should just keep pounding them. Good luck trying to tackle Dowdell. I think that's what Stoops, and I think that's what their coach said. Toledo's coach trying to tackle our guys is not even McGowan. He will. We don't have a bunch of fast speedsters. We have guys that are run right into your ass, and that's what we need to do. That has to be our style, and so we're gonna see what happens. Siaj Pete is my guy. I really like him. Randy, you have a good night, brother. Randy's leaving. Hey, go over to Randy's podcast. How about them effing dogs? Give him a like and a subscribe if you want to talk football, SEC or Georgia. Georgia's coming up. Everybody, go over to Randy because he's good to you. And yes, it's not like other podcasts. Just because you're a Kentucky fan, you can go over there and he's going to let you talk. He's not going to be disrespectful. He's very respectful. So, Randy, have a good night, brother. Go dogs, man. Go beat Marshall. We'll try to beat Toledo. We'll see you in a couple weeks. So yeah. Uh, but yeah, guys, we don't play a lot of night games before I get off here. We realize we only play one night game. I mean, it's unbelievable. I couldn't believe. I looked at our schedule, guys. One night game. I mean, I don't know who did this schedule. We play Ole Miss at 2:30, Eastern Michigan 6:30. Then we play South Carolina 3 o'clock, Georgia 11 a.m., Tennessee 3 p.m., Texas 3 p.m., Auburn 4 p.m., Florida 3 p.m., Tennessee Tech 12:30, Vandy 3 p.m. Louisville hasn't been. It'll probably be a day game. We don't play any night games. So I don't know what that's going to do. They always say that, one team usually comes out sluggish. So I don't know. We'll see. We should do well. We will see. Oh, Nebraska pulled ahead 6-3. I don't think, what's his name? Dane Key's caught a touchdown, obviously. That's too bad, isn't it? And of course, Missouri beat the crap out of Central Arkansas, or they are beating them 47-0. So Missouri's going to get a win. Don K. Fish, what do you think, or who do you think the player of the game against Toledo is? I hope it's Seth McGowan. You know, that's it needs to be a running back, whichever one. If it's a running back, that's fine with me. We need to run. I mean, look, Pitt got 300 yards on them in that bowl game last year. They have a very small defensive line. They're going to have to blitz and or stack the box or both. We need to run for 300, at least 300 yards. That's how you win this game. Uh, and there's no reason why we can't with the offensive line we have. Now, look, their coach is not dumb. He'll have a strategy. But bottom line is this: there's no strategy for ground and pound. You just line up, and when you get tired of getting hit, I hope they get tired of getting hit. And I know he has some experienced defensive linemen, so he'll probably rotate people in. But I think their biggest guy is 290. They don't have any 300 defensive linemen that are 300 pounds. They have 290, 280. But dude, our guys are 340, 335. Yeah, I mean, good luck to their defensive linemen because we're just going to run over them. But no, I hope the player of the game is a running back, either Dowdell or Seth McGowan. The defense, I don't know, the player of the game, hopefully. Uh, we will need to tackle. So that will be key. Don, I want every game up until this. Oh, I went to every game. Tickets are high. Yeah, I heard they went up. Uh, Christopher Reese, I've been watching all the player interviews. Yeah, I have too. I'm impressed with our players. I didn't know some of these guys, but we got some smart guys. Seth McGowan impressed me. Gusta impressed me. Everybody, I haven't seen anybody that I thought, man, that guy doesn't sound that smart. Everybody looks like, what did Seth McGowan say as we get down to the end here? Seth McGowan said that the line was really good. He played at Oklahoma, and they're like, well, what about this offensive line? He goes, hey, this offensive line is good. So if he says it's good, coming from New Mexico State and Oklahoma, and he says, hey, man, this line is good, then I believe it. So, hey, you know, uh, what about McGowan's Gold Grill? Yeah, I saw that. I like him. 50-cent chance Kentucky starts 5-0. Addison, what's up, Addison? 5-0. Well, that means we would beat Georgia, right? I don't know if we do. I'll take 4-1. Yeah, 4-1. Well, I would take 4-1 because that means we got South Carolina. And playing on the road, South Carolina, Sellers is such a good quarterback. Man, that guy. I don't know what it is about South Carolina. We need to beat them. Their defense is down this year. We need to beat them. Uh, so yeah, our hopefully our defense and our run game can keep us in games because we need to win 24-20. We need some low scoring games. If we can do that, then we'll be in every game. If the game starts getting up in the 30s, we won't be able to. Not against Texas, Tennessee. We just can't do that. Don, Kentucky has the revenue. Yes. Yeah, was talking about money. We can't buy players. Don't worry about that now. Because when they added that ninth league SEC game, it's $5 million per team. And with the deal we signed with JMI, we got plenty of money for football and basketball players. Just getting the right players. Uh, so yes. Uh, and that's why we what's his name, Big Dog left here, is because we wouldn't let him. Yeah, we've got to run our offense the way we need to run it, and we can't have one guy calling all the shots on players anymore. So God bless him in Louisville, but yeah, it was time for that to end and us start changing. So we don't need Vince. Yeah, Vince Merrill. I couldn't think of Vince's name. Yeah, no, I mean, look, it was nice, but it was time. Yeah, that all was over. And I didn't like Liam. Liam Cohen's the one who screwed us, guys. He lied to us and came back. I'll never leave again. Lied to Tampa Bay's and Jacksonville. That's the guy that screwed us. He left in December. By the time he was gone, we had to rush. And lucky we found Bush Hamden. And he signed February 15th. He comes in. You never hear, I mean, somebody coming in that late. Mark Stoops has his hands on the program. I think so. Yep, you're right. Christopher, he was button heads with Stoops. Yeah, Stoops and our general manager, whose name escapes me, that coached the offense a couple years ago. Uh, now I can't think of the guy's name, but yeah, he was butting heads. Yeah, and you can't argue about players. Look, Bush Hamden has to have a say and the players he needs to run his offense. You can't, you know, it's a certain kind of offense we're running. So yes, you have to let him say that. And all right, guys, I'm gonna go a couple more minutes. Anybody want anything else you want to talk about? We're down to 9 people. Look, guys, just be ready to get back. Come here at 11 a.m. noon Central, or noon Eastern, excuse me, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, and we will do the pregame show. Addison is Mark Stoops' seat hot. Now it's lukewarm. This is the year. Even Rouse said this. This is a year before the year. If he has a bad year this year, then yeah, next year, yeah, they're not going to fire him unless we just implode. And I don't see that happening with these guys because these are all older guys, fifth year seniors. I don't think they're going to do what happened last year. It's lukewarm, but no, he's good for this year. Uh, Sam Pittman, Arkansas's coach. Yeah, Hugh Freeze. If Auburn loses to Baylor tomorrow night, just give yourself a little smile inside because he's in trouble. And that's how we get those guys. Don, Kentucky's going to turn the corner. I think so. Well, we need to rebuild. We can't do this in one year, guys. It's hard now. Before it was all high school players. It's not high school players now. It's the portal. It's going around to Kent State, Jacksonville State, Tulane or wherever, and getting the players from that are not happy at LSU and come on over here. Joshua Braun, it. We need to buy the right players, and you got to run it like it's the NFL now, because it is. I mean, these dudes are getting paid a lot of millions of dollars. You got to run it like it's the NFL. So yeah, we need a general manager. We have all those things, and we have a collective now. We just got to make it work. That's the key. Addison, Iowa wants him. They're ready to. Oh, wants Mark Stoops. Well, they probably would want him. He would be perfect for Iowa because they don't like a big pro style offense. They like it, but you know what? Let's hope Iowa didn't get him. I mean, they'd take him if he wanted to go there, but I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. We can't buy him out, so we'd have to see. Look, hopefully we don't get to that. But Iowa doesn't have enough money right now to get him because they couldn't buy him out. Yes, money is confirmed. Christopher Reese, Ohio State versus Texas. Who you got? Man, oh man, Texas better not lose that game. I don't know because I don't know how good Ohio State is since they lost some people. I would pick Texas, but not by a lot. I don't even know I didn't even look at this line on that game. Texas has to win. Rumors. Oh, Addison. Yeah, we all kinds of rumors. On Mark Stoops. But yeah, I mean, I would take him. I mean, if he wanted to go there, but I think he's happy here. I hope we try and keep him. Like I said, a lot of people have said his buyout is $30 million. Why don't you just take that $30 million and buy him some players so you can keep him? That was, somebody on the SEC podcast, cousin Shane or whatever his name is, actually, and I thought that's the smartest thing that I've ever heard come out of that guy's mouth about Kentucky is look, Stoops he's the winningest coach in the history of our school. So why not try and keep him if you can? Now, if it just comes down to where we just can't win over 2 or 3 games, well, then it's Joker Phillips, and he'll go. But let's just, I think there's a little bit left in the tank here. I think you're going to see a different kind of fight here. Um, let's see, Don. He's inflated with his name. Oh, Manning, are you talking about, Don? Uh, oh, well, we'll see this weekend. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this weekend you're still going to see some upsets. Like I said, tomorrow night, that Auburn game. All right, guys, it's an hour and a half, so we're going to call this. I tell you what, I am going to go to work tomorrow. and work my shift. And when I get off Saturday morning, I'm going to come home and eat a nice breakfast and big thing of coffee. And I'm going to get in here and we're going to go from 45 minutes before the game to about 45 or an hour after the game. And we're going to go for 5 hours or more. We'll see. And we're going to watch the game and it's going to be fun. So before I leave, get excited about football. Okay. We're not going to be as bad as if people are saying we're going to be. Okay. There's a lot of people that hope and pray we lose this game. They're hoping right now so bad. They want us to lose so bad. They want Stoops gone so bad because they're tired of talking about him. Well, it's too bad. We're going to win this game and we're going to see what happens. Then we'll go on to Ole Miss and see what happens. Who came in here? Streaming on. And well, you know what, brother? You didn't have to come in here and raid my channel with that crap. You know what I'm saying? Hide. I hate hiding you, but I'll just hid you. So whatever you said about streaming, brother, don't come in my channel and say that. I'll be here, cats all day. All right, Christopher, be here. Addison, just block him. I did. Yeah, I don't. I'll have to do that on Saturday. I'm sure. People always there's always spam and stuff. Uh, yeah. Anyway, guys. Okay. Everybody have a safe Friday. Right, tomorrow's Friday. Yes. Have a safe Friday. Come back here on Saturday. We're gonna get fired up, and we're gonna win a football game. Thank you, Don. I'm gonna have a good night, and you know, just get excited. Get Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. We're gonna open our presents on Saturday. It's gonna be Christmas, and you're gonna like all the presents you get. I know you think you're not gonna get anything special, but I bet you get something special on Saturday. So let's see about that. All right, guys. Everybody, be careful out there. Come back here, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern, and we'll watch the game together. All right, guys. Everybody, have a good night.